Welcome to Frontiers of Business Streaming, sponsored by TalkPoint. I'm your host, Steve Onderhaar. Frontiers of Business Streaming is a video series of the Wayne House Research blog designed to study how innovations in one-to-many online video are impacting the evolution of business communications. And in today's episode of Frontiers, we look at the intersecting worlds of online video and business marketing. Now, in a survey of more than 1,800 corporate executives conducted by Wayne House Research in the fourth quarter 2016, we posed a pretty straightforward question. We said, agree, disagree, live online video is an effective vehicle for marketing. And here we see the results from overall respondents, and exactly half of all those surveyed say they strongly agree with the statement, saying that live online video indeed is an effective vehicle for marketing. Another 44% saying they somewhat agree with the statement. But the most telling results come when we segment the responses to this question based on an executive's role within an organization. Essentially, the higher up an executive, the more likely they are to see the linkage between the deployment of online video and effective outbound communications. As a matter of fact, among executives identifying themselves as C-level workers within their organization, 62% saying that they strongly agree with the statement that live online video is an effective vehicle for marketing. Now, as you move from left to right on this chart, going to progressively lower levels of the organization, you can see that as you drop down the corporate hierarchy, the belief in online video's role for outbound communications tends to dissipate a little bit. Matter of fact, at the associate level, 37% of associates participating in the Wayne House Research Survey saying they strongly agree with the notion that live online video is an effective vehicle for marketing. So what we can see is that when you're higher up within the organization, those who are more likely to have control over the investment decisions related to the implementation of streaming technologies, the more likely individuals are going to be accepting of the role of online video as a tool to enhance marketing and branding communications. Now, what this points towards is that not only will live video play a role in enabling more lead generation webinars, but there's a whole range of applications where online video can play a role in outbound communications. Think of the notion of creating videos that help describe products on an e-commerce site, or maybe videos that address frequently asked questions posed in customer support forums. Even the opportunity to integrate outbound messaging in ways that can be delivered via social media platforms is an important way where organizations are implementing online video for greater effect in external communications. Indeed, in today's marketplace, we're only limited by the creativity of those who are using online video. You have to ask yourself a simple question. If you're spending money developing any type of deliverables designed to communicate a message to an external audience, whether that's billboards along the highway or four-color brochures passed out at industry trade shows, you have to ask yourself whether there's a better way to spend that money, or at least reallocate some of that money towards the development of video-enriched communications that can be used to convey messages to a far-flung audience online. We'll be looking at more ideas and more ways to use streaming. Plenty of frontiers for us to explore on a moving forward basis. Well, our thanks goes out to TalkPoint for sponsoring this edition of Frontiers of Business Streaming, and we invite you to join us again next month for our examination of another topic of how innovation in streaming video is impacting the world of business communications. For Frontiers of Business Streaming, I'm Steve Onderhaar. Thanks for your time.